Hey y'all, so I was thinking to myself, how do I want to do this review since I basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 or 9 different types of food here. And I know I can't really show this to you, so I'm going to have to do this pretty differently here. But hopefully you all can see that pretty well. I'm going to have to learn like better camera skills. And this is my trusty little notepad that I have written down there. So again, these are some of the fish that I'm going to be trying at Fairhaven Poke, and I had to write that down so I know what to be eating. And so the first one I'm going to taste is the ginger shoyu, and I'm excited about this. Very, very delicious. Yum. That's amazing. It's really, really good, really fresh. One of the things I read, and I'm pretty sure a lot of poke places have this, is grade A, A1 fish to make sure it's sushi level or sushi grade. And you can just tell this, as I was posting some videos and writing down in my notepad, I've had this sitting here for about 10 minutes and there's no fish smell. So I really appreciate that this is very, very fresh quality. Actually, that might have been the spicy Thai. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because no, the spicy Thai was yellow like this. So this is the spicy Thai. It's got a mayonnaise base to it. I really can't taste the Thai flavor. I can taste the cucumber in it. It's got a little bit of the masago in there. Okay, so the heat's coming on now, a little bit late, and it's a very, very mild heat that's building up. And it tastes good, and so kind of the way I like in having sushi and then poke is that I try and keep as much mayonnaise out of there as possible. I like that to, like, if you have sushi rolls and they're filled with cream cheese, no, not for me at least personally, so it's not one of my favorite things. The next one is, that's probably what I forgot to write down was the salmon. I'm not sure. So this is a salmon. Sorry, I forgot the name. I'll try and remember it, but I just want to see what it tastes like. Although the fish is very, very, very fresh, for my palate it tastes too much like a garden. It's very herby, which is okay, but when I think of poke, I want a little bit different flavor. It's not bad by any means, but it's not something I'm just like, wow, I really want to have that again. And not that the ginger shoyu is good, but I also don't want to have a ton of poke that's over sauced either. So this one is the traditional flying Hawaiian. Taste the soy sauce in there. The fish is, again, just extremely fresh, very, very, very delicious, and that is, like I said, traditional poke. It's amazing, whether you get it with rice, seaweed, salad, however you have it. If you'll notice, I didn't get any rice, any seaweed, any salad, because I wanted to try the fish more than the condiments that they have. And they have a ton of condiments here as well. I don't believe I named a lot of them in my review, just simply because I came here for fish. I didn't come for all the condiments. So this next one I'm going to be trying is garlic sesame, and I'm really excited about this because it should be really good. I'm hoping. I like garlic. I like sesame dressing. Interesting, it has a sweet flavor to it. I can't really taste the garlic in there. Yeah, so it's okay, but it's just not. It's got a good taste. It's just it's more on the sweet side. And again, I guess I was expecting a little bit more garlic to it, and I didn't get it. So the spicy tuna, again mayo based, but I want to try it. That's pretty interesting. I don't know how to describe this, but the spicy The spicy tuna, yes, I keep looking down at my notes to make sure I have the right thing I'm tasting. The tuna is just almost melt in your mouth with this. So I don't, I don't know if they cut it from a different part of the fish or what, but that actually tastes really, really good. And again, traditionally I'm not like, yay, that's so awesome, I want to have more of a mayonnaise-based poke, but it's really, really good. So the cilantro miso, I'm excited to try that. You know what? Let me try this first, and I wonder if I'm going to have them backwards and I actually tried the cilantro miso first. Hold on. Nope. That's the cilantro miso hamachi, the yellowtail. And it's awesome. If you like hamachi, that's a really, really good hamachi. It's you can tell this fish is very, very fresh, which I really like. The seasoning on this is, again, you're not going to taste a lot of the cilantro. It's going to be more of the miso flavor and really actually the fish itself. And so it's a very, very clean taste where, you know, the mayo can kind of coat your throat a little bit. And so I really like that a lot. And so the last one I'm going to try here, I know y'all can't see it, but I'm going to try this. This is spicy crab. It's made with snow crab, not imitation crab. And I'm going to put this in my mouth. Wow. Gotta wait for the heat, because my initial impression is that that's not spicy. Try it again. It's not that it's a letdown. It's just I was hoping for more flavor out of it. And you know, crab doesn't have a ton of flavor in itself, but I was hoping that the way they mixed it together either had a little bit more heat, had a little bit more pizzazz or kick. Some people you might actually really like it if you like more of a of things that are, I want to say, middle of the road. You know, they're not too spicy, they're not too sweet, they don't have too much of these flavors that can really stand out and be bold. But for me personally, it's kind of neither here nor there. So I'm going to go back around one more, and I'm going to eat a little bit quicker just to see what my initial impressions were. Again, this is the ginger shoyu coming up. The ginger shoyu is on point. However they put that sauce together, I wish they had that sauce available on any of the fish, and they probably do. It's just I don't know enough about Fairhaven yet. I tried to talk to one of the owners, but they're not in town. But that tastes really, really good. The next one I'm going to go with is the spicy Thai. Again, another mayonnaise base here. You taste so much more of the cucumber in that, and the heat builds up afterwards, which is really nice actually. But it has an overwhelming cucumber flavor to it. And while that's a very, very clean and delicious taste in itself, and it goes really, really well with the fish, it's just something I wasn't expecting. And let's see, the next one is the limu kukui. That's really good. That's really good. And the salmon itself. Salmon tastes great. Sauce is not overwhelming by any means. Again, so far the ginger shoyu is really good. I like the salmon. It's okay. It's just you taste more of the fresh fish, which I like. And then this Flying Hawaiian. Flying Hawaiian is delicious. Coming back around to the garlic sesame now. And big piece of fish here. Fresh, delicious. So that piece was much better, I think, than the first one, and so I really enjoyed that of the garlic sesame. It was very, very good. I'm going to go back to the spicy tuna, here. That's good as well. Again, the mayo base, it's, you know, the mayo can mask so much with just the way it kind of coats your throat and coats your palate. And so I'm going to take a drink of water here before I try the hamachi again, just to kind of cleanse my palate as best I can and have the hamachi. So in that bite of hamachi, I really taste the cilantro miso a little bit more. That's delicious. It's so clean. Wow, that tastes really good. And very, very clean taste. It doesn't leave my palate just kind of overwhelmed. And so one of the interesting things I'm going to try is, you know, I have the spicy crab at the end, but I'm going to move the hamachi. And I know you all can't see this in the bowl, and I'm sorry. I've got to figure out a way to get either more cameras or something. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the garlic sesame and the hamachi, the cilantro miso, kind of together, and I'm going to put the two mayonnaise based over here on the side for the crab and the crab and the spicy tuna, just to see if it'll add a little more kick to that. Alright, so get this out of the way here and then move these together. One of the interesting things about having a poke bowl, and I wish I should have asked to try each one of these in their own separate little container, was to not mix the flavors too much, but you know, that's kind of one of the nice things about a poke bowl, is that you get some flavors that really mix together. So I'm excited to see what this is going to taste like with the garlic sesame and the hamachi, the cilantro miso. And so I'm hoping that you all will be able to see this. So as you're looking on this, for me, from my point of view, the hamachi is on the right and the garlic sesame is on the left, the tuna. And so I'm going to try them together and see what those flavor profiles blended together taste like. That's actually quite delicious. If you watch any of my other videos, I try and put different flavor profiles together all the time, just to try and achieve umami as best as possible, to get as many sensations in my mouth as possible and create something new. But I really, really like those two mixed together, the garlic sesame and the cilantro miso. This is delicious together. I mean, absolutely delicious together. Yep. I'm gonna save a little bit of that for later, and I want to try mixing the ginger shoyu with the salmon, and I'm gonna put these together. And you know what I might do here is, I think the spicy Thai tuna, I'm actually gonna put that together, and I'm gonna make a weird concoction of the spicy tuna, the spicy tuna, not tuna, the spicy tuna and the spicy crab, just to see how all of those profiles together mix, because I'm wondering if the cucumber is going to help bring out a little bit more of the flavor profile, or if it's going to just wreck it. It could completely wreck it, but who knows. And so now I've got the salmon with the ginger shoyu that I'm mixing together, keeping as much of the other flavors as I can out of there. So I'm going to have a salmon tuna mix here. I'm going to get a big chunk of salmon, big chunk of tuna, a little bit of onion in there. And so towards my hand, I've got the salmon in first, then the tuna, and I'm going to see what this tastes like mixed together. So it's an interesting mix. I would definitely take the ginger shoyu by itself all day long. I mean, you could eat that, just have a big bowl of that, and it's amazing. So if I had to rank my favorites, it would definitely be the ginger shoyu as number one. Believe it or not, the garlic sesame and cilantro mixed together. If I had to do a poke bowl here again, I would totally do the ginger shoyu, garlic sesame, and cilantro miso. and put those and either eat them separately or mix them together because those flavor profiles blend exceptionally well. They taste great. But one of the things I do like about this place a lot is that all the fish is, again, I've said this many times, very fresh. It tastes very good and super, super healthy. Price point is, it's Bellingham. It's a little bit expensive for what it is, but again, they're bringing very, very high quality, and I don't, I wouldn't want bad quality poke ever, like yikes. So I'm going to cut this video off. I hope you all like this. If you've got any comments that you'd like to let me know. Any other places that you know in the greater Puget Sound area that you'd like me to try and do a comparison on with poke, I'd love to know about them. And other than that, hope you all are doing well, and take care. Bye.